One of the cool thing about Lightroom is it has a face tagging feature that is able to automatically identify faces in the catalog or a photo library images and can be trained to recognize and name individuals, add face regions to individual photos, and create person keywords. So this is really helpful, especially if you're working on some group of images that has a lot of people and you want to easily locate a certain person on each photo. So let me demonstrate how you can do this. So right now we have the Lightroom application, but then in order to do some face tagging, we need to go outside of Lightroom and access the other version of Lightroom, which is Lightroom Classic. So if you remember on our previous video on how to install Lightroom, we have a Lightroom Classic on our Adobe library. So you just need to install that. And once you have that, you can launch the application. So I'll just launch mine. And this is what it looks like. So in here, it's pretty simple. We'll be importing our photos or our people folder. So all you have to do is just click on import here. And once you do that, it will launch the import dialog box. And in here, we just need to locate our file. So you can see here that I'm inside the desktop, inside the Adobe Lightroom tutorial folder, and then I'll be locating it under the tutorial assets folder. And I'll just click on organize photos here and click on people. At that point, it will show all of the photos inside that folder. And you can see that it also has some checkboxes. And if you want to include or exclude photos, you can do that. So at this point, I'm going to click on import here at the bottom right part of the screen. And we'll just wait for a Lightroom Classic to load up. And that will load all of the people here. Now at this point, we just need to click on this face tagging or people icon here. O is the keyboard shortcut. And once you do that, Lightroom will ask you if you want to start finding faces in the entire catalog or only find faces as needed. So I'll just click on start finding faces in the entire catalog. And right now it will load up and check all of the faces inside of that folder. Just like so. So you can see that it's detecting all of the faces inside our folder here. At this point, you can rename or name these photos so that we can add certain keywords on those photos. So let me just put on some name here. I'm going to name this, let's say Sam. I'll put on, let's say Cha-Cha on this one. I'll name this Joseph. Let me just correct this. Put O. I'll name this Philly. I'll name this Mary. And I'll name this Philip. Now, one of the cool thing about using face tagging in a Lightroom CC is you'll be able to teach it to recognize persons. As you can see, it recognized that this photo and this photo look similar. So now it's suggesting that the name would be the same. So in this case, it's asking if it's Mary, and I can just click on the check here, and that would be able to add it on that same group. So it also detected that this person is similar to this person on this photo here. I can just click on check here. Now it will group all of the similar faces under a one group. At this point, I can just exit out of this. Just click on X here, click on yes. And in here on our Lightroom or latest Lightroom application, I can just go to a file here, go to a migrate from, click on a Lightroom Classic Catalog, click on continue. And then you can see that before you begin, you can migrate a catalog only once. Sync will turn off in Lightroom CC 2015 and later, and you can hit on continue. At this point, you'll be able to choose which catalog you like. So in this case, I'm going to be choosing this one, which is the recent one that we've worked on, and click on Start Scan. And you will see that if you chose the wrong catalog, it will show you that something went wrong. So you can see that you already moved this catalog to the Lightroom, and if you work on this before, you'll have this error. So I'll just click on OK, and then I'll just choose the other catalog here. I'll migrate from, click on continue, continue, then click on this one. Now, if the scan is successful, you'll be able to see that there are no missing originals or no metadata conflicts, and you can click on Start Migration. So it will be syncing all of your photos from the classic to this latest Lightroom application. And once it's done, you'll see that all assets are migrated. So I'll just click on the Done button. And at this point, it had migrated our photos from classic onto this Lightroom CC application. Now, at this point, you can click on the All Photos section here and click on People, and you'll be able to see all of those faces that you work on the classic. So if you're working on with, let's say, a lot of photos, and let's say you want to like browse all of the photos that Philip is on, you can simply click on Philip, and you'll be able to see all of the photos that Philip is on. If you want to browse, let's say, let me just go back to people here, like a group of photos or a photo where Chacha or Joseph is, you can click that, and you'll be able to see all of the photos where Joseph and Chacha is. Just like so. So face tagging is another way of organizing your photos so that you can easily locate a certain individuals or person on a certain photo.